Welcome back to Offroad Touring. In this one here, Grace and I are heading out to Booloumba Creek.
Yeah, we're just hoping to do some of the hikes around here, go for a swim if we get time, and definitely, if we get time, check out some of the fall driving.
Yeah, it should be pretty good. It's just a quick, one night stop out here. But anyways, let's get into it. So as you come to Booloumba Creek, if you haven't been here before, it pretty much just starts with this sign here, which is full drive high clearance only. But yeah, depending on how much rainfall there's been recently, these will be a bit deeper or not. At the moment it's looking pretty shallow, but yeah, a few little creek crossings and we'll get there. As you enter Booloumba Creek, you're met with two creek crossings. Unless it's right after rainfall, these crossings are usually easily accessible by lower clearance vehicles. Just make sure you head through slowly. After the crossings, we head past the first campground and the day use area and head straight to the start of the walks located at the end of Camping Area 3. Every time we come into these like campground areas, they're always just so beautiful, but this one here is campsite number 3. They all are sort of pre-booking sites and stuff, but this one here is you drive through one way to get to the car park for the start of the walk, so that's where we're heading now. We'll be just up here.
So we've just arrived at the car park, which is right near the entrance. The car's just parked up here in the corner behind me. The entrance to the walk is right there, and here's the sign of everything that we're doing. So the first time we ever came here, we did the Artist Cascades, but not the last time we came here. The last time we came here, we just did the Gold Mine Circuit and the Strangler Khan, but this time I think we're going to do all 3 of them, and I'm really excited to get into it and go for a swim, hopefully at the Artist Cascades, because last time the water looked perfect.
The walk starts you off walking right next to Booloumba Creek, which is looking good today. Such a nice sort of rainforesty area out in this national park, which is nice. And this is our first creek crossing for the day. There's a lot more rocks here than there used to be.
Yeah. And I got new shoes, waterproof shoes from our last trip at Carnarvon where they got absolutely ruined. So I can do this now, splishy splash.
Yep, so it doesn't matter if you fall in, I guess. This is the only creek crossing on this walk if starting from the car park, and right after you head back into the bush, you're met at an intersection where you head left, and surely you'll end up at the turnoff that's starting to the Gold Mine Circuit.
So we're just arriving now at the gold mine. It's just at the top of these stairs. Unfortunately, we can't go in them. This is why, because there are bats. This is it, and you can kind of see, I mean, it's still cool. You probably can't hear on the GoPro, but I can hear bats in there. That might be a bit of old mine equipment, and then it's just a black tunnel.
Pretty cool that you can come out here and see it. It'd be cool if it was something you can go into, but obviously a lot of things, you know, they have risks and stuff. But yeah, it'd be cool if you had a torch shining it in, but
can't do that for the bats.
Yeah, not supposed to. So, anyways, well, it stinks a lot here from the bats as well. Not gonna lie, but yeah, something different to see out here in this sort of region. But we'll head back now. So that's where the track where we just came on, and then the circuit continues up around this way, which I think is a bit more overgrown, but we'll see. With Brisbane being smashed by a recent storm, it unfortunately meant there was multiple trees blocking the pathway. However, it was easy enough to make a path through the bush each time. Well, talking about trees falling over in the storm, check out this monster. So the pathway just continues across there. There's a huge tree here, and I thought I'd come up to where the base is just ripped out of the ground, and look at that. Bit of a different angle, but you can see just that monster of a tree. It looks like it's just taken out trees with it as it's come down. Just this whole area. Holy heck. There's the end of that circuit. The main track comes from there, and it continues that way to the Cascades and that. But I'll tell you what, after the storms, it has destroyed that path like a lot, and sort of...
Wouldn't recommend doing the circuit at the moment. From where we started, if you go in that path, okay, the 300 meters there, and then just coming back out that same path would probably be better. This is a bit of a mission.
Short walk later, we got the Strangler Khan. So we'll walk up here and check it out. It's just not a far walk from the main track, but the track from that gold mine circuit intersection to here is very overgrown. And here we have the Strangler Khan. It's like a big egg, but there is, you can't really see it, but I'll try and get the sun in the background. You can see there, so that's a little tree growing in the top. I can't remember if that's grown more than last time we were here, maybe.
Not sure.
I don't remember. But yeah, anyway, it's not much else to see, so I think we'll continue back. And what has been much of the same walk, we have finally come up to the Cascades. You can hear them flowing. The walk just kind of comes straight down to the creek. And there's the big falls you can see off in the distance. Just beautiful. And like this water is crystal clear pretty much. Like you can see all the way down to the bottom there.
So we're gonna go in now, and Cameron, the brave man that he is gonna go in first and make sure it's not ice cold and it's safe.
It's cold, but it's nice after the walk. Trace just going in for it. Oh, don't slip. It is cold, eh?
It's not as cold as I thought.
You gonna dive?
No, I'm more scared about they're gonna lift me here or something because I can't see. You're supposed to scare away the monsters.
Wah! Oh,
Cold?
that's cold. Oh, your turn.
Alright.
Well, I didn't put my legs down because I don't know what's down there. Alright, it is worth jumping in. It's extremely cold. I don't know if it's always this cold or what, but yeah, anyways, let's go again. Don't know how this is gonna work. Whew. Just slapped my face into the water. After diving in a few times, it was very refreshing, and it's a great swimming hole as you can see the bottom and it's deep enough to jump from multiple spots. After a little swimming and laying on the rocks in the sun, we got the drone out to show you this beautiful place from above. If you have been here before, let us know what you think of this beautiful place. We're now leaving the Cascades. Looks beautiful on the drone. Like even further up there is another swimming hole and waterfalls you can go up to. And that's us for now. We were there for I think well over an hour, maybe an hour and a half or so, and it was nice to refresh off after, you know, a hike. So anyways, we're now going to head back and do the same hike.
After our 10.2 kilometre walk all up, we are back at the car and glad to see it. We're gonna go find somewhere to have some lunch, I think.
Well, we just pulled up here in the car park and yeah, just having some lunch. Grace made a tuna salad wrap and what is that? Is that
Vegemite and butter.
That is disgusting. Can't believe that. But I think we mentioned in one of our last videos the fridge slide is cooked, and we had Renee's fridge on the back seat, but for this one here we actually have our fridge on the back seat, which it's all right. It takes up a lot of room, but we had more room in the boot, I guess, where the fridge was now. So yeah, we'll fix it. But otherwise, we're gonna enjoy lunch and then might chill out by the water, maybe go for a swim. We'll see. We ended up going back to the first day use area and had another swim to cool off before heading out looking for some tracks.
We've just left the Booloumba Creek area after our nice little swim, and we're just going to look for some four-wheel driving tracks or something like that, just to buy a bit of the afternoon before we head to camp.
Yeah, we're going to see how much damage we can do. I don't know.
More damage.
Yeah. As you turn off the main road after the Charliemoreland intersection, you can find this track which starts off heading straight up this hill. This track is a lot more washed out from the last time we were heading up here, but with the 35-inch muddies, the patrol was just walking up. But it wasn't long before we were stopped in our tracks.
Well, it's a bit hard to see because of the glare, but we've just gone to maybe just the top of this hill and there's a big tree that has fallen. So, fun stuff. We might have to turn around already.
As there were recent storms that smashed Brisbane, this area was very much affected with the recent trees that have fallen down in the national park. We were unsure how far we would get before running into our next roadblock. Just getting so bloody overgrown out here. I'm worried this track might start coming to a dirt bike track. Keep going and see. Hopefully not. We were hoping for a good challenge in the area and not having much luck, but we eventually came up to the start of this hill and it's very steep. However, the camera just does not show you how steep it really is compared to in person. We have been going through, there's been a fair few trees or logs, like that sort of stuff. We just have to keep moving out of the way. The chainsaw batteries, they are flat because we did use them to help, like that first tree we came up against. There was some couple of cars on the other side. They didn't have anything to move the tree. So we just chopped it and cleared it out and we all got in. But yeah, this is just tree after tree. So I think we're gonna go back because we don't really have anything to move this at this point. So there's this one here and then there is another huge tree way down over the track up there as well. So
we tried to go a different way and we got not very far down at all, and there's already trees on the track. So now we are reversing back up the track. We're just going to have to go fully back the way we came and let's try again somewhere more used, maybe.
Pretty much gonna go straight back down that steep hill that we just came up just before, so.
Yeah. So this feels way worse coming down it than it did coming up. It is very steep, but we're gonna give it our best go because this is our only way out of here.
Just slow and steady.
Yep.
Just low range, fully on the brakes right now.
I can tell you what though, seatbelts are coming in handy right now.
Yeah.
I'm locked in. We're back onto a different track now, giving it a go. It is a little bit overgrown and there was a small tree down near the beginning which makes it a little less promising, but hopefully there'll be some good runs on this one.
And it ends right here. It literally ends right here. Oh man.
I was just kidding.
This is a turnaround spot.
I was just joking.
It's so odd. It's like a well-used track too. Maybe there's something around here.
Maybe.
I don't know. I was saying before it'd be sick if there were like gold mines and stuff here.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyways.
Oh well. Back again.
I'm curious to know because like I'm considering getting maybe new tracks or I don't know, something like that where you know you can use a full driving app that shows a lot of maps. I don't know if you guys would use anything or recommend anything that you found pretty reliable. But yeah, I'd be curious to know because it's so handy for this sort of stuff. We went back along the main track and found a turn-off, which is a steep descent off the main track, so we thought why not try and head straight down it and see where it goes. The whole time going down this hill, I'm in low range and riding the brakes, taking it extremely slowly, trying not to lose grip and slide. However, it didn't take long and I was at the bottom of the track on the flat ground. Well, that was it's pretty steep on that hill coming down it, but yeah, it's pretty good. Grace had to walk the whole way down, so I feel
and slide on my butt a little bit.
Yeah, but I was going down alright. But yeah, we're just continuing through this track at the bottom. There was a few trees down and stuff, but there's definitely cars that have been through here making tracks around and stuff, so hopefully this will keep going to more tracks. Otherwise we're going back up that one too, but we'll see. And it did come out to another track, which is a steep hill climb, so we thought why not give it a go, and we hope we don't break anything. As you can see, without any lockers in the patrol, it's just struggling trying to crawl up this section, and it wasn't really an option to climb up out of the ruts, so the next best thing is to try and use momentum.
We made it to the top, and by made it I mean I walked up the whole thing. The top isn't right there. It's way down the bottom that you see there. I had to walk up that whole thing. So now I'm a bit pooped, especially after walking over 10 kilometers this morning.
Well, I guess listen to this. That is, I'll chuck a picture up, but the exhaust has like cracked or cracked on where you got the turbo and it comes into the dump pipe. It's at the top part of that dump pipe, so it's just cracked, and like in the photo you'll see where it is. So it's not great because all the exhaust, like heat and everything, is coming straight out there into the engine bay. It's probably the worst thing for it, but I mean it sounds good. It sounds like just a straight dump, but I mean outside of that it's probably not ideal. But I knew we were going to break something. Well, we're now pulled up to where we're going to be camping for the night. So just got the patrol set up here, the rooftop up. We might not put the awning out tonight. Grace is just cooking up dinner now. We just got bacon and egg, pretty much for dinner. Except for Grace is making mine into a bacon and egg wrap. And what I was saying about the fridge earlier today is literally that. Also, this electrical panel here, the wood broke on it as well, but we'll be redoing all this soon anyway. We cooked up a simple dinner, enjoyed the fire, sat and did some stargazing before tucking in for an early night as we plan to get up bright and early the following morning.
It's Sunday morning now. It's right around 6 a.m. I've been up for maybe 30 minutes now, and I'm just starting to make some coffee, and then I'll make some Nutella croissants and rice cakes, corn thins. Corn thins for Cameron's breakfast, and then I'll wake him up. This is where we're situated. We are at Charliemoreland. Now it is busy, but it's not as busy as I thought it would be, thank goodness. So we kind of got a place not too close to everyone, which is good. Charliemoreland's pretty good because it's two-wheel drive accessible. It's hard to see, but just up past those trees there's a block of toilets. And near the day use area, or where the main entry is, there's also another block of toilets here. So it's very friendly for everyone, and there's a little swimming hole here too, so it is very good for summer.
We are absolutely loving our setup on the patrol. From having a quick rooftop tent and awning, it makes setting up and packing down very convenient and quick. However, having all this gear is definitely not necessary, and you should just get out and camp with whatever setup or vehicle you have. Well, we're now stopping at this lookout. I can't actually remember what this lookout is called, to be honest. but it's as you leave Charliemoreland, you head into the state forest. You head straight up a hill, and this will be on your side. You can't miss it. But we have been here before in our last, I guess, video in this area. But here we have the beautiful lookout. It's quite nice because it is very cleared here, so you can actually see quite a lot and quite far out. But anyways, I might get the drone up and view it from there. This lookout is a nice and quick stop in, and you can see quite far from the viewing platform as you look out over the forestry and the mountain ranges. We are now pulled up here at, I think this is Peters Creek. So as you're coming down from Charliemoreland, you're heading towards Booloumba Creek, there is a turn off. There's a sign as Peters Creek at the front. And yeah, come down and it's just a 500 metre, looks like just a creek walk. As you come down that hill, there is this little side viewing platform which looks out, actually looks quite nice. You got waterfall coming down here, rock pools down there, and a few more. Yeah, looks nice.
Maybe we haven't been here before because I feel like we would remember it because it's nice.
Yeah, I think so too. Maybe we just drove. I know we drove past the sign. We've done that a few times, but maybe we haven't pulled up. But hey, anyway. This is cool. Huge tree. This is like that one that ripped out of the ground earlier in this trip. That's huge. You can sort of rock hop along up the creek, come up here, and get right to the bottom of this falls. If you want to come out here and access Peters Creek and Booloumba Falls, you can come from the Charliemoreland side, just like we have. It's pretty much just the same dirt road and two-wheel drive accessible, and it wasn't long before we were at the start of the falls walking track. The car is now tucked away in a parking spot, and we are heading up to Booloumba Falls. This is a 1.5 kilometre, I think, one-way walk. Yeah. We have done this one before, but yeah, it's an easy enough sort of walk, and it comes out to a really, really nice falls, which you'll see in a minute. But yeah, this is well worth it if you're in the area. After that walk, similar to, you know, the other walks around here, you eventually come up to the very nice waterfalls, and there's just a huge rock pool. And yeah, there is a walk to get down the bottom, so we'll check that out. Main rock pool area, stairs going down, and the waterfall just continues flowing down. There is a lookout or viewing sort of platform here as well, although there is a lot of trees.
I think it's more clear than last time.
Goes down, I mean, maybe. You can see it continues down, and the creek continues around and goes down that way, but as you can tell, we're just looking at trees. And here we have the beautiful swimming hole. It's quite nice. I wonder if it's as cold as the other one yesterday, but it's a nice big swimming area. How good. Grace might have walked over there and she's seen an eel in the rocks, and because I'm not going in the water and no one else is in there swimming, I think she is too scared to go swimming. She thinks an eel's going to eat her. I don't know what they actually do, to be honest.
I don't know what they do.
Do they zap you?
It was big. No. It was a big eel.
Big eel.
It scared me.
But anyways, we'll get the drone up, and then yeah, we'll head back to the car and go from here. But yeah, it was nice to come and check this waterfall out. It's always a good place. After leaving the falls, we drove back out towards the Booloumba Creek side of this track, which is a lot more slower going, but we eventually were back out to the creek crossings. That brings us to the end of this episode out here in Booloumba Creek and Charliemoreland, that sort of area.
Yeah, did some good forward driving, did end up doing some damage on the patrol, but honestly that's just normal now.
Yeah.
Saw some waterfalls, went swimming, it was really a great time.
Yeah, it's one of those trips where you just have a bit of everything. Like it was really good. I was worried we wouldn't do any full driving or that sort of stuff, but ended up doing a bit of it all, and absolutely so worth it. But anyways, this will be the end of this one. We're going to head to Kennilworth Bakery, probably get a pie and a donut. I don't know, can't not when you're out here. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next off-road touring adventure.